Hey everyone, it's Maria here, makeup artist and green beauty expert based in Toronto, Canada. Welcome back to another video. So today I have a do-it-yourself at home facial. I've moved upstairs to my bedroom and doing it in front of the window today because these dark fall days are getting to me. So if you're too busy, to go have a facial booked and done for you. I know it seems so simple, but depending on the shifts that you're working and what your everyday looks like, you might not have time for that. So I'm going to go through step by step how to do one at home using clean green beauty products. And I'm going to give you, some options depending on how much time you have to do the facial. There's always so many different ways to elevate an experience, especially if you're doing a facial at home. So I'll give you all the tips and all the options so that it can fit your lifestyle. All right, so let's do it. Okay, so every ritual starts with a good cleanse. So I'm gonna put my hair back with my lovely Honey Lux headband here. Just tie it all back. And I'm going to be doing this for you, of course, in here. I mean, you could be doing your cleanse in front of your sink. But before we do anything else, we need to remove this makeup. So I'm assuming that you will be doing your facial in the evening or maybe in the daytime on a weekend, depending on when you have time. In my case, I have the makeup on. So, let's pretend that we are removing the day and removing the makeup off the skin. I love a really nice, nourishing cleanse. So for cleanser today, I am going to be using one of the Helena Lane balms. These are lovely, come in a few different scents, and they are all oil-based. So they're going to remove everything of the skin without, drying your skin. They're also going to be removing the makeup, even waterproof makeup. Now, if you are, into texture and you don't want to have something that is really greasy or oily, I highly recommend Galen's cold cream. If any of you lived, through the times of the Noxzema cream, the rich, dense cream that would remove everything, this is a beautiful, clean version of that. This product is just rich and creamy like this, like a nice butter, but it is also a different formulation than Helena Lane's. It has, rose water in it, so it has some water-based ingredients. But if you remember Noxzema, that blue jar, you know what I'm saying, then this here might be more up your alley. I know I used something like this in makeup school to remove everything we were doing on our skin. The way I love to remove these products, whether you're going for a cold cream or you're going for a rich oil cleanser, would be to just wet your face cloth. If you also have any cleansing rounds such as these are in my store from a company called The Future is Bamboo, and they come with a little washing bag. It gives you about a dozen, I believe, in here. I love these little rounds, but I find that if you're removing makeup and a lot of product off your skin, I guess, you're gonna need a few of them, right? Because they are smaller. Regardless, you can rinse them under the tap and just kind of like go back and forth. Make sure you wash them after that. Only use them once, and then wash them in this little handy laundry bag. In my case, I have the water here, so I am gonna do a bit of steam. So we're gonna talk about steam again in a few minutes, but you want to kind of like warm up the skin and loosen up the makeup or any of the product that you have, or even relaxing the face and just removing the day. Sunscreen, moisturizer, pollution, dirt, depending on where you work, dust. And after I've done that, I'm gonna go in with the dollop of my cleanser. I think about this much should be good. And you really want to do a nice massage. So turns into an oil. And if you don't have a cleanser like this, whatever cleanser you have, you can use that. I just find that the Helena Lane balms or the cold cream just give you a nicer experience, and they remove everything off the skin, especially if you are a makeup wearer. Take your time. If you had gone to a spa to get this done, they would be giving you a nice face massage, So just take your time with this and give yourself the same thing at home. Can you just see how all my makeup melted away? Like, where did it go? Is it on my hands? I have no idea. This is the magic of oil cleansing. Okay, so for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know I recently had a birthday and I turned 46. And, you know, taking care of your skin at home, or whether you can afford to go get it done somewhere else, is of utmost importance. Okay, that goes without saying. For everything else, like makeup and everything else, to go into your skin, for products to absorb, everything like that. So I'm gonna go and remove it with my warm wet face cloth. Be very gentle here. I find sometimes face cloths can be quite abrasive. Be very, very gentle. If you have a microfiber cloth, you can use that. Okay, so here we are all cleansed. So what would the second step be to a facial? I would love for you to do some steam. I did a short recently outlining the importance of steam. There's so many benefits to steaming your face. You don't need to have a fancy steaming machine like they do at the spas. You can actually just use your bowl, all right? You're gonna use a mixing bowl. You're just going to, boil some water on the kettle. You're gonna put it in your bowl. Now, I have this lovely wildflower mix, which is from the east coast of Canada, from New Brunswick. This wildflower is a botanical facial steam and bath tea. I mean, you can put in your bath. I think just talking about elevating the experience of a facial at home, it's really nice to have a product like that. You're going to put the flowers in there. I'm going to link the video so you can see this short as well, how beautiful it looks here. And then you're going to put a little bit of this in there. I believe it's a teaspoon or so. And then you're going to take that steam and kind of breathe it in. You're going to cover yourself up with a towel, and then you're going to let all the steam benefits, from the flowers, from those botanicals, kind of infuse your skin. So what happens during that? It's so many different things happen. It's like it detoxes the skin. It clears out blackheads. So if you are suffering from acne, right, whether you are in your mid-40s or you're 14, this is a fantastic thing to do. If you don't have a botanical tea like that, you can put fresh herbs in the water. Thyme, rosemary are really fantastic for acne. You can also put some green tea bags in there, create a tea, a facial steam tea, I guess, for your face, and then let the pores open up, let the steam hydrate your skin. It's fantastic for dry skin. It's going to help in the absorption of the products that we put on afterwards. It's going to help other things absorb. It's going to help loosen other things like dirt, any clogged pores. And I love the fact that it helps hydrate your skin, especially now that it's winter and our skin does feel dehydrated because of the environment and because of the heating indoors. So this would be the second step. Again, it's optional. If you don't have time to do that, you don't have to. You can just proceed to the third step, which would be a mask. All right, so that's the third one. Now, when it comes to masks, I would again ask you to choose something that fits, the needs of your skin. For example, you can see here that Helena Lane has 3 different ones. The white willow and clay. I don't know if you've heard of white willow, but this is pretty much nature's salicylic acid. This one would be fantastic for anyone with breakouts, hormonal acne, oily skin. Then we also have the tropical fruit and coconut. This is a rejuvenating mask, so it's gonna give you a light exfoliation with fruity acids. Amazing for aging skin, amazing for anyone who wants a little bit of a chemical exfoliation without having a really severe or rough scrub. The third one is the green tea and blue algae, and this is a soothing mask, soothing oat mask. Now, all of these kind of look the same inside. with the exception of some colors. And most clean masks nowadays come in a powder form, okay? Now, some people might find this a little bit messy. It is not. All you have to do is use a little cup, a ramekin, a little mixing bowl, and add a little bit of this, maybe, quarter of a teaspoon with a few drops of water or a little bit of a hydrosol. You create a paste, then you take it from there and you massage it onto your skin. So let's do that. Now, if it helps you, you can take a clean makeup brush or a mask applicator, and you're gonna apply this on your skin. And now remember that when you're applying a mask, depending on what it's for, right? So let's say it's a clay mask. You don't have to put it everywhere. You can just put it on your T-zone, right? Don't dry out the rest of your face. So we're gonna do this. Here, this is the Rejuvenating mask. It smells like fruit. I believe there's pineapple enzymes in here, apple as well. I'm just going to read the ingredients for you in a minute. And you want to do a nice layer. Now, the reason that this type of masks are a little bit better for you is because they don't contain preservatives. The rest of the masks that are already pre-mixed, they kind of sit there. They sit on the shelves for, I don't know, a couple of years or however, if they make 1,000 units, how fast are they selling those, right? So just have been looking recently into creating some of my own products, and some of the minimum product requirements are those. So 1,000 units, so think of that, 1,000 masks, depending on, who sells these products, they could be sitting on the shelf for a couple of years. So that means they need preservatives to allow them to be on the shelf pre-mixed. So I prefer these powder types of masks. Okay, so you're going to leave it on like this. All right, and let it dry. So let's look at the ingredients while we're doing that. So we're leaving that on, and sometimes, when you go to the spa and get a facial done, while the mask is on, they kind of have that steaming machine going, going on you. So if you have your tea that was just there, your facial tea, your botanical steam water, you can go and kind of cover yourself up again with a towel and give yourself some more steam while this is happening. All right, so we're going to leave it on. So this actually has coconut milk powder. It's mango, that's right. So mango, apple, and pineapple powder. And these are the fruity enzymes that give you a little bit of an exfoliation here. It's not, the physical kind that I would kind of scrub in, but it's the chemical kind. Now, I love this type of exfoliation, especially for mature skin. And after the exfoliation, we're going to continue with the rest of the steps. However, if you wanted something that is, more like a treatment for every day, and you don't have to do this, I understand it can be a little bit messy and time consuming for every day. One of the other local businesses I carry here from Toronto is La Spa, and they make a beautiful 10% glycolic acid peel. Now, this is 100% naturally derived, and I love this because for more mature skin, you don't want to be rough. Like I find that most scrubs and most exfoliants can be very rough. Some of them even contain, walnut shells and other kind of abrasive ingredients. You don't want to, create or cause micro tears in your skin that you're not going to be able to see, but can lead to infection. So I find that for most of us, again, I'm in my mid-40s, something like this for every day, you're going to use it every single day. It would be the last step of this ritual. You don't follow it up with anything else. It's a treatment. You use it until it's done, and then you let your skin take a break. The only thing that you need to follow up for something like this would be SPF the next day. So this is a night product, glycolic acid. I find that a lot of people get so freaked out by acids. Well, these are fruity acids, right? So don't be afraid of them. I think it's just the concentration matters. And again, how you use it. So for sensitive skin with any product, you might have to skip a couple of days. So use it, skip a couple of days, use it again. All right. So just play around. So this is almost dry. And remember, if you prefer to lean back over your steaming bowl, you can do that while this is sitting on your skin. What I like to do before I remove the mask, whether it's this one or the white willow and clay, is to wet my fingers, and then I'm gonna go in and massage it. And I find that that just loosens it up, but it also just kind of pushes it into the skin a little bit more. And if you wanted to make it a little bit grittier, so what I did is I added about a quarter of a teaspoon of water, and then I added the Helena Lane mask into that, because then that way you can thicken it up as you please, right? If you start with the powder, then you're dumping in so much water, and then you might kind of make it too watery. So I think start with a quarter of a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of water, and then add your powder into it. You can also, bring it down to your neck. So depending on where you're doing this, if you're in your bathroom, if you're relaxing, even with in the bathtub with a bit of, have a bubble bath happening, you can apply this. It's just easier when you're naked, I guess, and you can apply it all over your skin. And then when you've done that, you've massaged it in there, you can go and rinse it off. For me, I'm just going to remove it with my face cloth. The skin feels fantastic. I love this, and it's now ready to receive everything else you're going to put onto it. So what do you put onto your skin after this? So we're going to start with the lightest to the richest, right? So I love misting. So this is the chamomile and rose geranium mist. If you don't like chamomile might not be, the right smell for you, but I love doing that, and you can tell like right away, like my skin drank it up. I'm gonna follow up with the matching calming and chamomile, rose geranium, hyaluronic. So nice watery product, and something like this would be very quickly absorbed by the skin. So especially now that we've done the nice cleansing, we've done, the mask. You don't need so many drops of this, but I find that if your skin drinks it, why not? Keep adding. And now that my skin absorbed everything, it feels amazing, by the way. Nice and like plump, like firm. We added the hyaluronic acid serum, which is our more watery serum. I'm gonna mist once more. So bring lots of hydration to the skin. And then you can follow up with a moisturizer or a facial oil, all right? So up to you here, depending on what you have at home. I also love using a cream. This is an eye cream. This one here is by Crawford Street. It's a brand in Toronto. And this is the Periwinkle, all right? It's a periwinkle and rose eye brightening eye cream. So you might ask, do you need a separate eye cream? Well, it depends on the oil that you're using. So the ones that I have from Helena Lane, like I love the rosehip and calendula. This is a calming facial oil. It's completely unscented. However, if you have an oil, a facial oil that contains some essential oils, you might not want to bring that right at the eye area. So this is where this eye cream comes in. You can do a little massage around the ocular cavity. Bring it up to the top. Always get the top of your eyelid. Give the eye a little massage. And then at least you know that eye area has been taken care of. And then for the rest of the face, I'm just going to use a couple of drops of the Helena Lane oil. Just warm it into the skin. And press it on. Now, other things you can do. Don't forget your lips. Other things you can do to elevate the experience would be to bring in a roller. Okay, so bring in a roller, and after you apply your oil, you can give yourself a nice little massage with your oil and your jade roller. If you're more of a gua sha fan, the Avra Gua Sha, this one here is the Bayan stone. I love the textured little, sides here. And I love just, going in. And not only does it enhance the experience, but it also helps you release some of that stress from the eyebrow area. especially here, you know, those 11 lines. Most stones for the face, gua sha stones, don't have all these sides. But I find that there's an area of the face that all those sides, you know, can be used for. So, you know, whether you want to do, you know, the forehead, like, just it's endless. And these are available in my store, and they come with a little card just to help you like memorize the directions. All right, so just another way. It's not necessary, but the massage, especially on the areas where you have stress, where we carry a lot of stress, which are the eyebrows, just feel amazing. And I find that with something like this, you know, people criticize these things because they think they're going to just do it once and they're going to see results, right? As with everything, you have to be consistent. You can't just massage, you know, once and then be like, oh my God, my nasolabial lines are still there. Well, of course they are, because they took years to form, right? So you need to kind of just like bring in these practices. Even if you do it for a couple of minutes, even if there's one set of lines that just, you know, bothers you. All right, so just a little demo of how you would use something like that. So this would be the steps of how to do a facial at home. It is done now. My skin feels amazing. It smells amazing. This is just one of the benefits of using a green beauty line, right? A green skincare line. The smells give you that aromatherapy, you know, benefits that conventional products just don't. They are not going to be grounding. They're not going to be uplifting. It's not just the benefits that they have to the skin, but it's the benefits they also have to your senses, the way that they elevate your experience, the way that you know, smell in, you know, your oil, your facial oil, and it just does so much more than just nourish your skin. So I'm going to link the video below. I have some tips, you know, of how you could switch over, what you should switch over first. You can do it in such a simple way. It doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. We always just think that we have to throw everything out and start over, but that's not how it's done. So I encourage you to try the steps at home. Remember, if you want to keep it simple, do your nightly wash, a good wash, you know, with a nice rich cleanser, especially for mature skin and especially in cooler months. And then follow up with a bit of steam, okay, to help your skin get hydrated, to soothe it, to, you know, clean it deeply, to open up the pores and, you know, loosen deeper kind of dirt. And then after that, you can just go in and do, you know, a glycolic acid treatment and just leave it and call it a night. Or you can follow with the rest of the steps that I showed you. If you have any questions about how you can customize this to your skin type, your own skin needs, please pop me a message below. I would love to have your comments and, you know, any questions that you want to leave me with. All right. So thank you so much for watching. So grateful for you being here. So much love to you. I'll catch you in the next one.